I didn't think the year-end and New Year holiday this year will be this memorable. I thought it's just gonna be another holiday where I go back to my family's house in Kansai. Little did I know I will end up exploring 6 cities, making lots of beautiful memories, eat amazing food every day, and gain 8.8 pounds in 2 weeks. In this vlog, I'm gonna take you to 6 unique destinations, 10 amazing restaurants, and I'm gonna review everything I eat and everything I do. So let's get it started. Before getting to our first destination, I decided to take a detour and check out this local farmer's market. Everyone there was so nice and welcoming, and all the food there looked so fresh and delicious. Here I'm making a roasted sweet potato brulee. I was a little bit scared, but I think I did an okay job. The potato tasted absolutely amazing, and it was so much fun to make it, so I would give it a 10 out of 10. It might be a little bit difficult for tourists to find a local market like this, but I highly recommend you to try to find one. You can feel the beautiful sense of community, and you will not forget trying local food freshly made by amazing people in the community. Here they are making fresh mochi, and they offered my boyfriend to try. We tried the freshly made mochi afterwards, and all of the 3 tasted absolutely delicious. My favorite one was kinoko mochi in the middle, and it always has been my favorite since I was a child. They were doing a workshop to make shimenawa, the sacred robe made of rice straw, and once again my boyfriend joined to try for the very first time. Shimenawa is used in shrine as it's believed to act as a ward against evil spirits, and we use it as a New Year's decoration at home as well. Here is the final results. We didn't have enough time to make them thick, but he did an amazing job that they even asked him if he can make one for the shrine in the future. Our first destination is Kamakura, ancient city only an hour away from Tokyo. My boyfriend doesn't like materialistic gifts, so I decided to take him out to Kamakura as a Christmas present. I took him to a German bakery for breakfast. Everything tasted amazing there, and the bakery was so cute and cozy. For our next stop, I booked a pottery workshop. It turned out to be located in the middle of a forest. It was so quiet, peaceful, minimalistic, and although we still live in this busy modern world, it almost felt like the time slowed down once we entered the studio. Today we decided to make a ceramic plate using leaves. First we're gonna make a ball with the clay, and then we're gonna use this tool to make it thin. Next it's time to get out to the garden to pick up leaves. I think this one might be cute for my plate. I picked up more leaves, and one of them had a hole. Instead of being safe and making something basic, I wanted to get out my comfort zone and be creative. So I decided to make a fish using the leaf with a hole. I don't think people can tell that it's a fish unless I explain it, but my inner child was having so much fun, and it was a great experience to think outside of the box. For our next activity, we decided to hike to the greatest Buddha of Kamakura instead of taking a bus. My boyfriend grew up near mountains, and since we live in the beach town, he missed hiking and just being in the mountain in general. Hiking was not in my plan, as you can tell from my clothes, but I guess there's a beauty in taking a detour. It was so beautiful, and we had so much fun hiking, just 2 of us in the forest. And more than anything, it was great to see pure joy in his smile. We were sweaty and a little bit tired of walking, but honestly, nothing mattered when we arrived at our destination. I didn't know about this, but you can actually pay a small fee and get inside of the Great Buddha. What's surprising was that although the Buddha is 11.4 meters tall, there is no pillars holding the Buddha inside or outside. And this was built in 1252, over 750 years ago, and it's one of the tallest bronze Buddha statues in Japan. Overall, exploring Kamakura was so much fun, and it's only 1 hour away from Tokyo, so make sure to include this in your Japan itinerary. For dinner, we went to this small pizza place known for the authenticity, and it has 4.8 rating on Google Maps. The taste, service, everything was outstanding, and it did not disappoint. I'm usually that person who is super excited to buy ekiben at station and eat it in the Shinkansen, but unfortunately, it's not gonna happen tomorrow. As some of you know, I left my 9-to-5 job last year, and although I still have savings, I'm definitely more conscious and careful with my spendings. Plus, I wanted to empty my fridge as much as possible before I leave, so I figured making a bento is gonna be a great solution. It's been around 6 months since I left my corporate job, and it's been an interesting experience. Since I don't live in the city, I've been completely away from the corporate world, and I know this is cliche, but it honestly feels like being unplugged from the matrix. I didn't know that there is a world that all the things I believe to be so important in the corporate world, like climbing the corporate ladder and upgrading your social status, don't matter at all. I don't know if this lifestyle is sustainable, but it sure does feel like living. I haven't made a bento box in a long time, and oh my gosh, it's a lot of work. I cannot believe that my mom used to make me bento every single day for around 10 years, and there were days where I didn't finish everything, and I'm pretty sure I said some mean comments here and there too. But she still made bento for me and my brother every single day for 10 years. I didn't realize how much work this was and all the other things she needed to do for the family, and I'm so grateful for everything she's done. And one day, I want to be a mother like her. Okay, maybe I cannot reach that level of dedication, but I'm so grateful and lucky to have such a great role model and growing up in a household full of laughter and unconditional love. Our next stop is Himeji. Although I grew up not too far from here, I've never been to the castle or explored the city of Himeji. This was my first time, and this will definitely not be the last. Before going to the famous castle, I was a little bit hungry, so decided to grab a matcha drink with warabi mochi inside. And I'm not gonna lie, drinking mochi was a little bit weird, and drinking a hot matcha from a plastic cup was not the best experience either. The castle is absolutely beautiful, and there are so many places you can explore around the castle as well. We found this temple right next to the castle, so we decided to stop by. The New Year's decoration looked absolutely gorgeous, and we even found a mini Inari shrine. There's a moat around the castle, and there are so many koi fishes around. We had so much fun feeding them, and it was so funny because they were like fighting for the food every time we feed them.
Look. Oh, yeah! Yay!
We thought the best part of Himeji is the castle, until this happened. The food we had here was outstanding. This is called dorayaki. It's a specialty food here in Himeji, so we decided to give it a try. You dip this pancake, similar to okonomiyaki, into dashi soup, and it was so delicious. And the best part was, including the drinks, the bill for two was only 4,000 yen, which is around $27. It's my family's tradition to visit Kyoto during the New Year's, and since we visited Kyoto many times before, we like to have fun while trying to avoid the crowd as much as possible. Both my brother and I love going to aquarium, so we decided to check out Kyoto Aquarium. Seeing these Japanese giant salamanders was definitely the highlight. They look like dinosaurs living underwater, and it's crazy because some of them are as tall as me.
Got it?
Today was actually the first time my boyfriend spending time with my whole family. My family is conservative and they're not very fluent in English, so I was very nervous how it's gonna be. But we ended up having so much fun together, and we even took pictures in the photo booth. Well, I kind of forced everyone to do it, but we laughed so much and it was definitely worth it. After aquarium, we were hungry, so we had matcha and ice cream as snacks. And spontaneously, we decided to take a tea ceremony workshop to learn how to properly make matcha. It was my very first time, and as you can tell from my face, I was quite nervous in the beginning. But the teacher being nice and sharing lots of knowledge about matcha was definitely helpful. After learning about the ceremony and practicing, it's time to begin the ceremony. First, we're gonna eat this Japanese traditional sweet, which I didn't know that it comes with the workshop, but it's fine, it was yummy. She used this furnace to prepare hot water for us, but of course you can just use a normal kettle to do this at home. First, we're gonna whisk the matcha, and the trick is to relax your wrist and draw one and go up and down instead of drawing a circle. Once you start seeing big bubbles, we're gonna slow down and draw M to gently break the bubbles. To finish off, we're gonna draw a circle slowly and remove the whisk, and if you see some foams on the whisk, it means it's ready. It was my first time and there was a bit of an audience around us, so I was nervous, but I'm so glad that I decided to give it a try. It was the best matcha I've ever had, and I noticed how beautiful it is to learn more about my own culture. I definitely want to continue learning more, and I'm looking at Amazon to order a matcha set as we speak.
さんならできる。
これ回すんですか？
回しながらでいいですよ。
ねえ、笑わんといて。
関西の子なので。おお、上手。うまいうまい。
そうそうそうそうそうそうそう。オッケーオッケー、いいですよ。
We started the next day with trying a traditional sake called otoso to welcome the new year. I saw a Japanese traditional dance for the first time, and then we went to shrine to do the first shrine visit of the year together. We drew a fortune slip, but unfortunately nobody got good results, so we're just gonna forget about it. Our next destination is Kobe, the city I'm from. Today we are visiting a hot spring village called Arima Onsen. There's so many street food you can try, and we had so much fun trying a little bit of everything. I couldn't film inside of hot springs, but it was very relaxing as usual. So if you're visiting Kobe, make sure to take time to visit Arima Onsen. After exploring, we came back home and ate osechi together. Osechi is a traditional Japanese New Year food, and if you're interested, I have a video where I show you how to make osechi and ear crossing soba. Our next stop is Awaji Island. This island is easily accessible from Osaka or Kobe by crossing this beautiful bridge, and it's a perfect destination for a day trip or longer. Today we wanted to take it slow, so we just went for a walk around the pier to see this beautiful sunset. And for the dinner, we thought we were gonna be served in the hotel as usual, but turned out I booked a plan that comes with a reservation at a teppanyaki restaurant nearby, which I had no idea about. The restaurant was so cozy, and the owner and staff were very friendly and welcoming, and it almost felt like a meeting at home. We started with appetizers and grilled veggies, and they all tasted amazing. And if you visit Awaji, you need to try the Awaji onion, which is one of their specialty food. Awaji beef tasted delicious, not too fatty or not too lean. Awaji has a lot of cow farms, making it one of the best places to try Japanese beef. And for dessert, we enjoyed yuzu ice cream to end the night. We started the next day with a morning walk to Fukura Hachiman Shrine. It's one of the oldest shrines in Awaji, and it almost feels like you went back in time. It is time for the most popular activity in Awaji, Whirlpool Cruise. I wasn't sure if I should book this because what if it's another tourist trap, you know? But my brother recommended to try, so I decided to go for it, and it's already worth it, as you can tell from how excited I am. I grew up seeing this bridge from the window every day, and seeing it this close as an adult brought back a lot of memories. Unfortunately, it wasn't the best day for whirlpools, but we could still spot quite a few of them. They weren't that big today, but I kept thinking how you definitely don't want to fall into the ocean here. Apparently, even fishes around here get stress fractures because of how insane the tide is. After seeing whirlpools, a lot of people went inside to sit down and chill, but I decided to stay outside, just staring at the horizon and feeling how big and beautiful the ocean is. After the cruise, we were hungry, so we went to this food court, and it was honestly one of the best meals we had during this trip. I ordered this lunch set called Blessings of the Island, and I enjoyed every single dishes made of fresh local ingredients. After lunch, we had a couple hours to spare, so we decided to check out the Awaji Farm Park, England Hill. It was only 1,200 yen or $8 to get in, so why not, right? Here you can see capybaras chilling in the hot bath, koalas sleeping in peace all day, and prairie dogs staring at you. It's quite old and it's not one of those theme parks with big budget, but we still had a lot of fun. Apparently the koalas were gifted from Western Australia, which is a sister state of Hyogo Prefecture, and visiting here can support the koalas as well as the local community. Before leaving Awaji Island, we decided to have a quick stop at a cafe. This cafe was in the middle of nowhere and we were so nervous to go inside because it felt like I'm going to someone's living room. But this lovely old couple running this cafe was so sweet and kind. We felt the beautiful sense of local community and the view was absolutely beautiful as well. This was one of the most beautiful views I've ever seen. The sunset, the city lights, the ocean, everything was just perfect. I can't express with words, but everything was just so beautiful. And we were very lucky because we had the same view from a hotel room as well. We had a delicious chicken sukiyaki dinner in the hotel, and we watched Spirited Away from our bed to end the night. The next day, we started from having a breakfast at this beautiful dragon-shaped facility that has cafe and some art inside. After that, we visited Yashima Temple, which is the 84th temple on the Shikoku 88 Temple pilgrimage, one of the most famous pilgrimage routes in Japan. Yashima Temple is on top of 293 meters tall Yashima Mountain, and it was very relaxing to walk around and explore inside and around the temple. After walking around, we started getting hungry, so we decided to check out one of the most famous udon restaurants in Kagawa. There were so many people waiting in line already, and we needed to wait for around 50 minutes to get in. The Japanese garden was so nice and well maintained, which made the waiting experience a little bit better. We were finally seated, and this is the udon set I got. It's a very simple udon with tempura, and you can really taste the noodles themselves. The noodles were firm and chewy in a perfect way, and I would say it was worth the wait. After enjoying our udon, we decided to come to a historic withering garden which was built in 1745. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't the best and it wasn't the perfect season for the plants and flowers, but the park was still very beautiful and it was packed with Japanese culture. For snack, I had matcha and Japanese sweet in front of this beautiful koi ponds. All the koi ponds they had here were absolutely beautiful. The water was so clear, the koi fishes were so colorful with beautiful patterns, and it almost felt like I was looking at paintings. During this trip, I learned so many things. Enjoy the little detours to the fullest. They often provide some of the best memories. Explore your own country. You will learn about beautiful culture that you didn't know before. And lastly, enjoy eating food while you can. It's one of the simplest yet best pleasures in your life.